All right, what's up, students? I wanted to give you a quick showdown on how to do the final assembly of our balsa wood bridge. I'm sorry you can't only see like part of my face, but that's okay. It's more important that you see the bridge. So in order to do this part, you need to have both of your sides completed and dried. That would be two of your side views. You need to have your roadway and any kind of piece or pieces that are going to connect the top of your bridge. Mine are a little bit different than probably most of y'all's, but you may have one piece. But it's going to be easier having one set piece or maybe two pieces for the top view to make your life a lot easier. All right, so we're going to actually build this on its side. And before we actually start gluing anything, we're going to make sure that our bridge has any kind of wax paper like this removed, so that way we get a nice clean glue and connection from wood to wood as we glue our bridge together. All right, so we're going to start with this side view right here. I'm actually going to put a little strip of glue on here. You're going to pretend that it's there because I'm not actually going to glue mine, but you're going to put a little bead of glue on one of your pieces here, and then you're going to glue it to the side view of your bridge. And then what I would do is take a couple of these pins, and you're just going to like prop them up. You'll be able to see this one better, but you'll be able to like kind of prop them up like this. It's almost kind of like having a 2x4 on a house, like keeping something upright so it doesn't fall down one way or the other. So I have both supports on either side. I'm also going to do a set down here just to avoid my bridge trying to move one way or fall down the other. So now that we've got those pieces in place, I may or may not have a good connection at the base here. You may have a slightly bowed piece of wood, and if that's the case and you don't have a good connection, you might want to add a couple more pieces doing the traditional like TP style pinning that we have done before. And so we're going to put the pins down like that, like you're familiar with probably, and then you'll have a great connection, which means that it's going to dry better, which means it's going to hold better, which is what you want. So now I've got a few pins on here to hold this piece upright and to make a good connection down here. And once I have that roadway completely vertical, I'm now ready to put side number 2 on. So I'm going to put another bead of glue on this piece. I'm going to line it up with my second side piece. And because I don't have a board or anything here to connect to, I'm going to take a little piece of masking tape and I'm going to wrap it around my bridge in a couple of spots. Now we'll remove this before we test our bridge, but for now it's going to hold things in place overnight while we can't. So I'm going to put the tape around here. This is where having a partner, having multiple sets of hands is going to be helpful for you. So I've glued it here or taped it here. I may tape it in one other spot here, but just for the sake of time, I'm going to keep things rolling. The next piece, now that we have this as a good solid connection, we're going to take our top piece or pieces, and then you're going to set those in place, put maybe a little strip of glue on either side of those, and then I'm going to line it up wherever you want it on your bridge. You're going to make sure, same thing, you make sure you have a good connection. You can pin down here, and you can tape up here. Okay, same thing on this side, put glue on both the top and the bottom of this piece, and then you'll line it up here, and then you'll tape or pin those in place based on whether it's the top or the bottom. Okay, now mine's probably going to fall apart because it's not completely taped right now, but what you're trying to avoid overnight tonight, because you're not going to be able to be here the whole night, you're trying to avoid your bridge doing what we call racking, which you may remember from our worksheet that we did. But right now things are pretty square. I mean, I can fix and tweak it a little bit so it's a little bit more vertical. But what tends to happen overnight is things tend to settle. And so what tends to happen is maybe the roadway, instead of being completely vertical, starts to droop over to one side or to the other. And then believe it or not, it's going to dry like that. We don't want that. So we want to keep it completely vertical. We want to keep it from falling over one side or the other. That's where these pins are going to help out. They're going to keep things upright and keep things in place. Okay, so this should be a good setup and a good means for being able to have your bridge ready for gluing and for drying and for being ready for testing tomorrow. Okay, so once all that is dry tomorrow, we should be able to weigh, take a picture, and then test your bridge following all the procedures Mr. Cowsbeak lays out for you. So good luck. Take your time. There's no rush on this. And once you finish this, make sure you follow the instructions from your teacher, okay? All right, have a great afternoon. I'll see y'all tomorrow.